it's Justine, and the Cybertruck is finally here. Now, so much has changed in my thought process with Tesla, Elon, and the Cybertruck ever since it was first officially announced in 2019, so I feel like we have so much to talk about. At this point in 2019, I didn't even own a Tesla, and I had zero plans on getting one until the Cybertruck. That all changed once I got behind the wheel of my now beloved Tesla Model S Plaid, which has been such an incredible car these last 2 years. I am 100% obsessed, and I guess, well, I officially get the Tesla hype. Now, I also just got done reading the Walter Isaacson book on Elon Musk, mostly because I've been so outraged by some of the things that he's done, especially with Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it at this point. I mean, I know it's X, but it still is Twitter in my heart. So I truly just wanted to kind of understand more about his thought process and learn all the things that I didn't know about his various companies. It does a really great job of not only covering his life, but the history of Tesla, SpaceX, the Boring Company, the Hyperloop, the Neuralink, and all of the drama in purchasing Twitter, and it is such a chaotic wild ride. Speaking of chaotic wild ride, back to the Cybertruck and how it even came to be. And for that, we're gonna have to go back to over 10 years ago, long before Elon ever even thought about buying Twitter. In 2012, Elon tweets about a Tesla Supertruck for the first time. Then in 2013, we get another tweet referencing a pickup truck with sports car handling and mega torque. Then weeks later at Tesla Live in 2013, Elon is asked when we would see a Tesla truck. And while he was super eager to talk about the project, he gave no details about when we might actually see it. Then in January 2014, Elon is interviewed on CNN Money, and he says,
"Yeah, we'd like to produce an electric pickup truck, something like 4 to 5 years.
Fast forward all the way to 2019, Elon puts out a mysterious teaser image of a vehicle with a cyberpunk aesthetic, something that legit is straight out of Blade Runner. And then only 3 months later, Elon unveiled the Cybertruck concept at the Tesla Design Studio in Los Angeles on November 21st, 2019. Now the event, if you had watched it or read any articles about it, it did have a few hiccups. But after only 5 days, Elon revealed that the Cybertruck had received 250,000 pre-orders, and those numbers don't lie. I'm one of them. Now in 2020, the Cybertruck won the concept car of the year, and then a year later, a new prototype was spotted patrolling the streets of Los Angeles, which brings us to 2023. It is officially here. Production on the Cybertruck began over the summer, and in November, Tesla held the official delivery event, bringing the first dozen actual trucks to customers. Now, this is super exciting. Now, when we watched the launch, Elon obviously gave us a bunch of updates about the truck. It also still feels weird calling it a truck because it is so different than any other truck or any other vehicle that I've ever seen. Just calling it a truck, it's in a category of its own. I mean, just look at it. It looks ridiculous. It definitely looks like something, it feels like it's right out of a video game. Look at that. No paint, no chips, ultra hard stainless steel, shatter resistant. We love to see it. Look at that. Look at you towing everything. So here's the interior. I do like these customizable little LED running lights. I mean, even the inside just looks futuristic with this massive windshield. I forget what the actual spec was, but I know they're saying that this is one of the largest pieces of glass to ever be put in a car. The one thing that I will say is I've gotten so used to the yoke design on my Tesla, so I do like that this isn't a fully circular design, but I wouldn't have been mad if this was actually just the yoke again. The thing that I do like is the horn is an actual horn. Let me even just tell you how many times I have had to hit the horn on my Plaid, and by the time I find that little button, I would have already been in an accident. Definitely glad that it's a real horn. Thank you. Thank you. I also am not a fan of the haptic buttons. So this has actual buttons that when you press for the turn signals, it's not haptic, it's an actual physical button, so you'll be able to actually feel that you're pressing it. One of the things that I do wish this had is a digital rear view mirror because it is really hard to see out of the rear view mirror. For the most part, even now when I'm in my Tesla, I don't necessarily use my rear view mirror as much as I would in a traditional car because you do have all of the cameras around the side, but it would kind of be cool if it was digital because it is so hard to see out of the Cybertruck. There is a very small window, and if you have your cargo space closed, you can't actually see out of the window. Now there's 3 different models that you can choose from in the Cybertruck. First up, we have the rear wheel drive for $60,990. This is gonna be available in 2025. This will give you 250 mile range and 6.5 seconds to go 0 to 60. Now the all-wheel drive will be delivering in 2024, and this has a 340 mile range, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, 112 mile per hour top speed, 600 horsepower, horsepower. And of course, we have the 11,000 pounds towing capacity. And this one is starting at $79,990. And then that brings us to the Cyber Beast, which is a starting price of $99,990 with also delivery in 2024. And this will be getting you a 320 mile range, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, 130 miles per hour top speed, 845 horsepower, and also can tow 11,000 pounds. Now, towing capacity with electric vehicles is kind of tricky because, yeah, you might be able to tow 11,000 pounds, but all of that added weight is going to crush your battery, so you're not going to be towing anything very far. Now, for me, I'm mostly concerned with range, so my initial thought process was, okay, I'm gonna ditch the Beast, even though I don't think it was actually called that at the time. Factor in that I'd like to have a little extra range, even though now with those final specs, it's only estimating a 20 mile difference, which really isn't that much more range, but you will be saving $30,000. The car will be a little bit slower, you won't have as much horsepower, but I think I'm gonna be fine. So going in here, I just kind of want to look at some of the other things. Here's the final specs revealed, and there it is, the Cyber Beast. So the entire body of this thing is made of stainless steel, and it is like a proprietary special stainless steel that Tesla has made specifically for this Tesla Cybertruck. So all the Cybertrucks have the same exterior. It'll be 95 inches wide by 223.7 inches long, and it's saying that this is about as long as an F-150 Raptor. It'll be 70.5 inches tall, though models with air suspension will be able to change this figure slightly. So there's a picture of it. Look at that, just chilling on some ice. The other thing that's kind of cool are these tires. It's cool, but practicality, we will see. And also fixability, like how are we gonna be able to repair these tires? Because they're like special, custom, like these rims are specifically like molded to fit this tire. So that's gonna be kind of interesting to see how expensive it is to fix things, how replacements are gonna go. So as far as charging, it'll be able to charge at a max rate of 250 kilowatts, and the all-wheel drive models will be able to add 136 miles in 15 minutes. The Cyber Beast models will be able to add 128 miles in that same time frame. Now, this is something that I'm really excited about. Cybertrucks are able to power accessories via a number of outlets through the trucks. There are 4 120 volt outlets. There's 2 inside and there's 2 in the bed, and there's 1 240 volt outlet in the bed of the truck. That'll be able to supply 9.6 kilowatts of continuous power. So this can serve as a power accessory to your house, or it can charge my other Tesla or my Rivian, which we'll talk about that soon. While I was searching for Cybertruck things, I saw this new Cyber Vault. This is a portable wall charger priced at $800 in China, and this thing looks so freaking cool. Like, I want to swap out my Tesla charger for this one because it looks so sick. Now, obviously, the creation of the Cybertruck has been quite a challenge, and even Elon admitted to it, saying that we dug our own grave with Cybertruck, and this is where they were offering all of the new delivery dates. Now, clearly, this is something that is futuristic, it is different, so really, I do kind of feel like a lot of these first customers, like a lot of us are gonna be sort of like beta testers. I mean, the good news is because Tesla has been around for so long, and I feel like they've worked through most of the issues that they have with the interiors and the interface of the actual digital displays and things like that. Like, I feel like we're gonna be good, but this is completely different. This is all new. So it's gonna definitely be interesting to see how this kind of all pans out as more people get their hands on them. So since 2019, obviously some things have changed. So I was kind of checking out these little comparisons that they have here of what they had projected and then what we're actually getting. So for example, here, like the Cyber Beast, which is the most expensive version, they said we were gonna get 500 miles originally, which is pretty significant. Like, if that was the case, you better 100% believe that I would have definitely went back and ordered the Cyber Beast version, but it is now only 320 miles, but there is an extended battery that you can get, which you can just put inside of the trunk, and that will get you 440 miles. The 0 to 60 time is actually faster, so you'll get 2.6 seconds as opposed to 2.9. Max towing capacity, they said originally 14,000, but it looks like that's only 11,000 only. I mean, I'm not gonna be towing anything, I don't think. I mean, who knows? I never know. And obviously the price difference is quite significant. Originally, this was gonna be 60,990, and now obviously it is a little bit more, 99,990. So yeah, there's a first look at the Cybertruck. I cannot wait to get behind the wheel and test this out for real. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. I mean, I love my Tesla already, so definitely stoked to see how this drives, how it handles. Like, this is the car that I would have imagined as a child. This is what I thought that all cars would look like, and I think that's sort of the appeal of this, is because it is weird, it is different, and it's unlike anything that you'll see on the road right now. now. I don't even know, like I look at it and I'm kind of speechless. Like I don't know. It just feels like the future and I'm excited to check it out. So that's it. I'm gonna go and refresh my pre-order and hope for the best.